I find myself speechless when I watch this Dodgers team, especially in this postseason. In the regular season, they were beaten up, they were battered. A lot of guys were hurt, a lot of guys were out. They were never really truthfully at full strength after the first month of the season. And frankly, at this point, they're still missing a ton of dudes. Lots of starters, a couple of bullpen pieces. And yet here we are watching this Dodgers team, and I'm literally sitting there without words in an effort to try to describe how good these guys are. I mean, it's actually one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen. This Dodgers 2024 postseason roster, the lineup, the bullpen, it's one of the most unfathomable things I've ever watched. It's impossible to really describe how good they are. And that might have been, as a Padres fan, the biggest takeaway for me in that series against the Dodgers. I can't believe how good the Dodgers are at not chasing, not swinging at balls, taking walks, working counts. And then as a pitching staff for the opposition, you have to nibble. You have to work the corners. You have to be perfect. Anytime you're not, like any time to any of the 9 hitters in the Dodgers order that you're not like perfectly executing 1 through 9, if you don't throw 2 or 3 perfect pitches in an at-bat, you're not going to give up soft contact. You're not going to strike them out. Like every single batter in the Dodgers lineup, in every game, in every situation versus every pitcher they face, every time, always, forever, no matter what in this postseason, it's 5-pitch at-bat, 6-pitch at-bat. Balls that right off the corner, they spit on it. Ball. They don't chase. They don't make mistakes. They're so disciplined. Oh, and then you throw it in the strike zone, and it's not a perfectly executed pitch, and it's roasted off the bat. Even if it's a line drive right at somebody, or it's a really hard hit ground ball, it's smoked. Every single dude, 1 through 9, no matter what, always and forever. In every postseason game they've played so far. Always. The only time and the only guy that hasn't maybe necessarily been the case was Yu Darvish in the National League Division Series in Game 2 and Game 5. But even in Game 5, he gave up 2 solo homers because he made 2 mistakes, and those 2 balls were hit 1,000 feet. And you'd think if you were an opposing pitcher and you go through the top of the order, actually, no, I'll even say this. These dudes, the Dodgers team, is literally playing without Freddie Freeman, an MVP and perennial all-star and a top 3 player at his position and a top 15 player in all of baseball. They just don't have him. It's like optional to use him in the lineup as he deals with an ankle injury. So who do they roll out in a clinching game in their top 4 in the batting order? Shohei Ohtani. Okay, monster stud. Mookie Betts, monster stud. Who's batting 3rd for the LA Dodgers? Teoscar Hernandez. Okay, still pretty good, right? So you got Ohtani leading off, perennial MVP, superstar. Mookie Betts hitting 2nd, perennial MVP, superstar. Hitting 3rd, Teoscar Hernandez, all-star, resurgence of a season. Who's batting cleanup for the Dodgers? In Game 6 of the NLCS, Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman. Oh, and Tommy Edman hitting cleanup? That's insane. That's crazy. He was a throw-in piece at the trade deadline. And 4 RBIs. Homer, double, and the NLCS MVP. The Dodgers are scoring 5, 6, 8, 10 runs a game in games where Freddie Freeman doesn't play. And seemingly, with the Dodgers order, you can put anybody in any spot in the lineup, 1 through 9, and they'll come through with hits. I've never seen an offense my entire life and potentially baseball history in a postseason be more impressive than the LA Dodgers. I've never seen it. I've never, ever, ever seen it. And as a fan of an opposing team that had to play them in this postseason and just watching their games, it is impossible. It is impossible to keep them contained. You can even pitch 4, 5, 6 solid innings of no runs or 1 run somehow, some way against this team. I promise you they will score 3 or 4 in the last 3 innings of the game. I promise you, even if you finish 5 or 6 shutout, you're going to throw 115 pitches because every at bat is 5, 6, 7 pitches. Every at bat, there's 3 pitches that are 1 millimeter from the edge of the zone, and the Dodgers just don't swing at them. Breaking balls down and away, off-speed pitches right below the zone, fastballs perfectly executed right off the plate. Nope. They don't swing at balls, and when they swing at strikes that aren't absolutely perfectly executed, it's a line drive off the bat. It's a 100+ mile an hour exit velo piece of contact, whether it's a ground ball, whether it's a line drive, whether it's a home run. And that's every dude. I mean, that's every single guy in their lineup 1 through 9. Every single dude, every single guy, every single batter, always and forever. It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like the LA Dodgers lineup in this 2024 playoffs. It's impossible to pitch to any of them. It's impossible. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, every hitter has maybe a hole or a spot to get him out. Or if you execute a perfect pitch, you're going to get him out. Hitting is very hard, but they don't swing at balls. They don't swing at balls. They do not chase. Ever. And if you make a mistake, like if you are trying to execute a perfect pitch after throwing 2 really good pitches right off the edge of the zone, they don't chase either of those. Then you got to feel like you're making a perfect pitch. Got to throw something right where it is. You miss your spot by a number of inches, and it's a rocket. It's a line drive, down the line, in the gap, over the wall, through the infield. They're all fast, too. They can all steal. Ohtani, Mookie, Edman, Muncy, Kike Hernandez, Chris Taylor, Will Smith. They'll all steal at any point. And then, by the way, they're doing all this without Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's played like 65 or 70% of the postseason games because his ankle is pretty much mincemeat right now.